Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Now this one is going to be something that I've done before, something that was very successful before, but I'm bringing it back for this version of the game. I've had the game now since launch. I've been playing it off and on since launch, and I feel I've got a really good understanding of this version of the game. I'm going to be going over with you some short, quick tips on how to stop losing in Football Manager 2022 and turning your team into an absolute powerhouse. Also, make sure to watch all the way to the end, as I will go over a tactic that has took me to all of the following achievements in Football Manager 2022, including a World Cup win with Colombia, several Champions League wins, several league wins, several domestic cup wins, and the tactic that I use in this game, coupled with the tips and tricks that I'm going to give you beforehand, really turn your team into an absolute powerhouse, and you will find great success with it. So as you can see, I am in my save with Udinese. I have been playing this save for a long time. I am in 2039, and as you can see, I've amassed quite a few good results. So we go through pre-season, all fantastic. Yes, we lost the Super Cup to Rennes, but it was a pre-season friendly in my opinion, doesn't really matter. In Serie A, we've got a lot of good results. The Champions Leagues, we're through top of the group. And our only loss is against Leeds, which is our most recent one. And that's because I didn't follow one of the tricks that I'm going to be giving you in this video. Now, the way I've been doing this is by managing 3 key things in this save. And that is morale, tactical familiarity, and using match boost. So, in Football Manager 2022, morale is very important. And I'm talking extremely important. Now, this is because the way the morale system works in the game affects the way your players perform on the pitch. It affects your players' consistency, how close they get to their current ability, how quickly they develop. It affects everything within the game regarding your players. Now, for example, if your players are in a losing streak, which they more than likely are because you're watching this video, then you're getting blown out game after game, and your players' morale are in the toilet. I'm talking red arrows all along this column here, where your players' morale is just shot to pieces. Now, obviously, when your players' morale is shot like that, your players aren't going to be performing well on the pitch. It's like yourself. If you're not feeling yourself, you're not feeling great, you're not going to be at 100% effectiveness. However, if your morale is excellent, perfect, superb, you're going to be at 100%. You're going to be feeling really great, really peppy, and you're going to want to play football, and you're going to be wanting to win. And that affects your players as well. It affects how consistent they are, how good they are on the pitch. Everything in this game, morale is affected by. So you're asking the question, how do I get my morale up? As you can see by my team, my morale is absolutely fantastic. That's because we are winning virtually every single game, and we are winning trophies. The players are happy in the squad. The dynamics are brilliant. However, to get to this point, it takes a lot of time, effort, and resources. So the first thing that I do is every week you get a training report. You get a training report from the players, and it gives you a training report number as you get from here. So as you can see, Loris Tataru, who is a wonder kid, 20-year-old Italian, last week he trained at a 9.95. Now, even though his attributes are saying they're going down, which is slightly concerning, he still performed a very good training. So what I would do is I would praise him for that training. So I would literally go into his player interaction screen and praise his training. And that gives him a quick shot morale. And if you do that week after week after week after week after week, do it every single week, his morale is going to stay pretty consistent as long as you're winning matches, which you will be. I promise you, you will be winning matches. And you keep doing this, your players' morale will keep going up and up and up and up and stay consistent. Now, the way I do it, and there is other versions out there, is I praise everyone down to an 8.0. They are guaranteed to accept it if they go from a 10 to an 8, as long as the players respect you. I found that in the first couple of seasons, with the players that are originally at the club that you've taken over, so in the first season and you've just taken over a club, the players don't really know you and they don't really respect you. So still do this, but it's not a guarantee. As you get further into the game, as I am in 2039, I've got a very high reputation myself. So the players respect me, and it is guaranteed to work from anywhere from a 10 to an 8. So you're thinking, okay, that's all well and good, but what if I'm in a losing streak now and my players' morale is totally shot? Now, there is a quick way to give your players a quick injection in the arm of morale, and that is to praise their conduct. Now, the way to do this is you click on a player, and if you look at Le Mans Sam, he's only got quite good player morale. Okay? If you right click on him, go to interaction, speak about, praise player, praise conduct, and then just select one of these options, the one that you think's at best. And as you can see, that's changed his morale from very good to the next level up because he's accepted that. And if you do that for every single player in your squad who is in a bad morale period, who you think's in a bad morale, so not anyone who is very good, excellent, exceptional, perfect, anyone who I would say is quite good or below, do that for, and that gives them a quick shot of morale in the arm, and that literally helps them perform at a better level throughout the bad run that you're going through, and helps you get the best out of your players going forward. Now, this is only step 1 on how to turn your team into a powerhouse and stop losing in Football Manager 2022. The next step is 2 in 1, but it's relatively the same. So the next tip that I can give you is regarding tactical familiarity, match boosts, and training. Now, these all are rolled into one because the way that you do it is regarding training. And so I just thought I'll just give you all in one little bite-sized piece. So what is tactical familiarity? Tactical familiarity is how familiar your squad is with the tactic that you're wanting your players to play. And as you can see from the gauge over here, which is tactical familiarity, the higher that gauge is, the more familiar your players are with the tactic you want to play and the instructions, and they will know how to play the tactic because they've trained it over and over again in training, and they are more familiar with it than anything else. Now, as you can see with my Udinese side, my players are very familiar with the tactic that I've set. We've played it for a long time. I've played it throughout the Derby days when I was at Derby, winning the league with them. Colombia played this. International management is a little bit different, so I can't guarantee it's going to work for that. But with definitely club sides, this is how you basically get the players to play best in the tactic that you want to set. So the way that I do this is quite simple. The first thing that I do is that every single senior member of my squad, including hot prospect youngsters that you brought in, for example, 17-year-olds and the Wunderkids that you bring in, is I set them to train in the position that I want them to play in my tactic. Now this gets them familiar with the role, gets them familiar with the position. Even if you want to change someone's position, say you want to change a winger's position to the left wing instead of the right wing, train them in that left wing position. Because even though it doesn't say that they're natural in that position, training in that position in the tactic will help them get better and better and better. So once I've set that training up, as you can see over here, I leave it. Completely leave it. Sometimes there is a glitch in the game where it changes it back to the playing position, but if you see it, change it back straight away. Leave it, forget about it. Forget about that training, because the more you do the training wise there, the more familiar they are with the role that you're asking them to play. Now that's only step 1 to getting the tactical familiarity up. Step 2 is using the training system. Now, I've only recently got into this about 3 months ago, mainly because of a video that I saw on YouTube from Zealand. However, once I got into it and I started using the match boost system that are in the game and the teamwork and the match tactics, I saw my tactical familiarity go straight up. My players were at it every game because of the system that I've got in place here. Now, there's 4 match boosts in the game: attacking movement, defensive shape, teamwork, match tactics. Now, these match boosts make a huge difference in the game. They're basically cheat codes, in my opinion, and you want to make sure that every week you get these in. Now, these match boosts last 7 days. So if you have it on teamwork on Monday, that teamwork will last through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Which is why, as you can see, for the double header that I've got against Milan and Fiorentina, I've got majority of them boosted up here and not as many down here. Teamwork increases teamwork. Attacking movement helps your attacking movement. Pretty self-explanatory. Defensive shape is the same. Now, the two that help with tactic familiarity and match familiarity are match tactics, match preview, and match review. I have a match preview and a match review before and after every single game. I have found that this helps tactical familiarity and getting your players training in that tactic and getting them to understand the tactic that you want to play as fast and as quick and as good as possible. So now, even if you don't want to use the attacking shape or defensive shape and all that sort of stuff, at least use teamwork, match tactics, match preview, and match review. Teamwork helps your players get to know each other. Match tactics is they understand the tactic. The preview is how they're going to play that tactic against the opponent, and the match review is how they played. However, saying that, attacking movement and defensive shape are basically cheat codes, in my opinion, as I said previously. They help your team improve and play as good as possible. So with that being said, I know this training screen can be a little bit scary. Take a good hour or two just to get used to it. Start playing around with it. Leave the training with your assistant, and then just modify it a little bit. It's very easy to modify. You just right click on it and then match preparation, and just click one of these two. And like I say, these match boosts last for 7 days. So now, as promised, the tactic that you see in front of you is the tactic that I have used to generate the success that I've had in this save and other saves, and also in the save that I have over on YouTube at the moment. This tactic, in my opinion, is game breaking. In my opinion, it works for me. I am going to leave it in the file in the description, so make sure to download it, use it if you want to. But I think this tactic is a game breaker. So let me just quickly run over how this tactic works. So you've got 2 shadow strikers, and advance forward, and you've also got inverted wing backs on attack. Now these inverted wing backs are going to be running into these areas here, and that basically means you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players attacking the opposition's box. Now, not every single player can be tracked and marked. I have got goals from both shadow strikers, the forward, both inverted wing backs, because they don't know where to mark, and the opposition don't know who to pick up. Now, with that being said, you are very exposed at the back on the counter, so you need to make sure you have fast centre backs, and I do play with the offside trap. However, I've noticed that I don't really concede a lot of goals, but that's because I have top quality centre backs. When you go down to the lower leagues, I don't know if it will work the same because I haven't tried it in the lower leagues. But I know when I was with Derby and I was with Columbia and I was with Udinese, as you can see, I had top quality centre backs. Now, I don't quite understand how I won the World Cup with Columbia with this tactic, but I did. So there's that. But in my opinion, this tactic is game breaking. I will admit, I did take inspiration from this tactic from sources elsewhere like FM Base, and I have made some alterations to it. And as I said before, I will leave it in the description below. So feel free to download it, use it, do whatever you want with it. Just let me know in the comment section how you get on with it. As I said previously, I do use this tactic in a save that I am doing on YouTube, which is with Las Palmas, building a club from scratch basically and turning it into a global powerhouse, which is what I did with Derby and Udinese in my own time. I wanted to bring that to YouTube. So make sure to catch that every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. First episode's already out. Make sure to go over there and watch it. The link is in the card somewhere. So again, that's my tips on how to stop losing in FM22. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this guide, however short and effective, it really helps your saves out, really changes the way you think and play the game, and also helps you get out of the poorer form that you've been in, obviously because you're here watching the video. If you did find this helpful, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe for more tips and hints. Also make sure to comment down below. I want to know how good or bad these tips have helped you. I will reply to every single one of them, and if you do have any more questions, feel free to ask me. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.